Welcome to the Morning Mindset Podcast with me, Craig Skelton. Each day we kick off your morning with positivity, actionable insights, and the motivation you need to conquer the day ahead. Whether you're looking to develop a positive mindset, a habit of persistence, or simply starting your day on the right foot, this podcast is your daily dose of inspirational and practical advice. And today's podcast, we're talking about a word that can stir up all different kinds of feelings. I'm talking about change. And yet, change, it is never easy, but it is absolutely essential, especially when you're self-employed or running your own business. As you review your week, today's Friday, start planning for the next one. Think about how you've handled change this past week and how you can embrace it moving forward. Let's start with the nature of change. Change is one of those constants in life that everyone has to face, yet most of us struggle with it. Why is that? Because change disrupts the familiar. It brings uncertainty, fears, and it forces us out of our comfort zones. And this discomfort is universal. It's someone that everyone feels. However, if you're self-employed or running your own business, you're going to face changes even more frequently and sometimes at a moment's notice. In business, change is everywhere, whether that's new market trends or a shift in clients or customer preferences or even internal changes within your team. Your ability to adapt is not just useful, it is vital. And if you're stuck in your old ways, resistant to change, you're not just staying in one place, you're actively falling behind. It's the only way to grow, innovate, and stay ahead of the curve. So why do you have to accept change? Let's talk about why accepting change is so important. Change pushes us to improve. Imagine you're a business owner who's been following the same sales process and strategy for years, and suddenly your customers are showing up on different platforms, showing new interests. If you resist that shift, you'll not only lose relevance, but possibly lose the entire customer base that you've worked so hard to build. Accepting change allows you to be proactive, pivot when needed, and see challenges as new opportunities. Every change, even the ones that seem negative at first, can lead to growth. It depends on how you respond. Dig your heels in, or do you embrace it and look for ways to make the most of the new circumstances? Let's talk about the benefits of embracing change. When you're open to change, you're able to evolve, and this adaptability is an essential quality for any entrepreneur or self-employed individual. By staying adaptable, you build resilience, which is the ability to bounce back and recover from setbacks. Resilience keeps you in the game even when things get tough. Embracing change also allows you to learn new skills, refine your plans and strategies, and stay curious. A business owner who accepts change is never stagnant. They're constantly in the state of learning, which leads to personal and professional growth. And there's a practical side of this too. Accepting change can give you the competitive edge, give you a competitive edge. If your competitors are slow to adapt, you're quick to embrace new technologies, new markets, or new trends, you're more likely to be the one who's leading while others are playing catch up. In a fast moving business world, that can make all the difference. On the other hand, let's consider the consequences of not accepting change. Resistance to change not only slows you down, but can eventually put you out of business. Think about, we all know some of the well-known companies that failed purely because they refused to adapt. It wasn't that they lacked resources or the talent and skills, but they held on to outdated business models and stubbornly resisting the winds of change. And if you're self-employed, resisting change can be even more dangerous. Without the structure of a larger organization, you need to be more agile. Clients' needs evolve, technology advances, and market conditions fluctuate. If you're not able to adjust, you can find yourself losing clients or being outpaced by competitors who are more adaptable than you. How do we overcome our resistance to change? It starts with cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning. It's about seeing challenges, including changes, as opportunities to grow rather than threats. When you approach change with a growth mindset, you're more willing to step out of your comfort zone because you see it as a learning experience. You'll be open to feedback, willing to try new things, and less likely to take failures personally. Remember, Every successful business owner has faced failures and setbacks. What sets them apart is how they respond. With a growth mindset, you become resilient, adaptable, and constantly evolving. So, as we end today's podcast, I just want to on a few practical steps that you can take to embrace changes in your business. The first thing to do is start by reflecting on your past weeks. It's a great way to do that. What challenges did you face? How did you respond to them? Were the changes that you resistant? Be true to yourself. By regular reviewing your week, you can begin to identify patterns in your behavior and mindset when it comes to change. The next thing you can do is plan for the week ahead. Look forward. Think about the potential changes that you might face in the coming week. Are there areas in your business where you anticipate the need to pivot, or skills you can develop now that will prepare you for those future changes? By planning, you're already halfway prepared for whatever comes your way. It's about staying curious and keep learning. Always be willing to learn, whether it's reading, attending workshops, or seeking advice from mentors. The more knowledge you have, the more equipped you can handle change when it arises. Lastly, don't forget to celebrate your small wins. Every time you successfully deal with a change, give yourself some credit. Recognize these moments builds your confidence and reinforces your ability to adapt. So, as we end today's episode, remember that change is never easy, but it is absolutely essential. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it as a stepping stone to greater success. Take this Friday to review your week, start planning for the next week with an open mind and a commitment to growth. Thanks for joining me on today's Morning Mindset. Here's to a weekend filled with reflection, preparation, and excitement for the journey ahead. Don't fear change, make it your friend, and watch your business and yourself thrive. If you like this podcast, please like it, share it. Please leave me a review. That would be great. Have an amazing day. Stay motivated, stay focused, stay positive, and run your own race.